we had 102 goals being scored in 52 matches that were played during that time. 8 0-0 draws in the tournament. 15 matches which had 3 goals plus. How about possible semi-finalists? Well, this tournament is going to be a unique one, we think, as Getting Sports Africa, and we think the first semi-finalists or the 4 semi-finalists will be, if you are a football fan, especially in Africa, you have all the reasons to get excited. And the reason is, especially, that we have AFCON in the next few days. This is one of the most prestigious competition coming up, and here at Getting Sports Africa, we're going to be bringing you match previews, match results, match coverage, and especially predictions. So welcome to Getting Sports Africa. My name is Brian, and before we even dive in to give a general overview of how this AFCON is going to be like, let's try and look at the previous AFCON of how it went. Of course, AFCON 2021 was a success, and more success to Senegal because they are the defending champions, and they're coming to the 2023 AFCON with a lot of confidence because they still have most of the players that played in the 2021 tournament, including Sadio Mane and Kalidou Koulibaly, amongst the rest of them. And they of course defeated Egypt, who are also still coming in this tournament with Mo Salah and the rest of the squad, which is looking good. They are stacked up. And we saw number 3, Cameroon, who are the hosts. They were able to even produce the top goal scorer in Vincent Aboubakar, who had 8 goals in the tournament. And number 4, of course, in the last tournament was Burkina Faso. So we're gonna not fail to mention them because they had a great tournament. A team like Burkina Faso, they defeated so many teams along the way, and they were able to finish 4th. Well, some other interesting facts about AFCON 2021 were like we had 102 goals being scored in 52 matches that were played during that time. That's a good record. That means close to over 2 goals in every match. Something good to see in African football, of course. And we also had, aside from that, on contrast, we had 0-0 draws. Like how many of them? 8 of them. 8 0-0 draws in the tournament. That's a good number because in Africa, we know like the technical ability of football has improved. And 8 0-0 draws is still a small number because we have seen many people trying to say how African football is not as developed. But yeah, we only had 8 draws, 8 0-0 draws in the last tournament. In the 52 games means it's a good show for us. So we expect more entertainment maybe in these years tournament as we're gonna be seeing. And then we also had 15 matches which had 3 goals plus, and that's good to see because AFCON, as we said, AFCON 2021 was a success, and 15 matches over 52 matches having 3 goals plus is good to see as well. And of course, Vincent Aboubakar, as we had mentioned, was the top scorer, and Eduardo Mendy kept the clean sheet. Also, we will not fail to mention Issa Kabora, who was the best young player of the tournament last time out. And he has grown. He's a Manchester City player playing currently at Luton. Well, that is how it was like. And this time in Cote d'Ivoire, we're going to be seeing maybe something different, but something better, of course. We expect this tournament to be better than it was before. So Getting Sports Africa is predicting that we're going to be having more goals than the previous tournament. Of course, with the team stacked up, as we saw when the teams announced their teams, we expect a lot more goals, more than 102. So we are going for 110 plus goals to be scored in this 2023 AFCON tournament. We also expect to have more over 2.5 goals. I mean, we need to see goals being scored in this tournament, and we are predicting more than 17 to 18 to 20 plus games to have over 2.5 goals. That means 3 goals in a game plus. And then we expect, as Getting Sports Africa, we expect Vincent Abubakar to do again well. He's a natural goal scorer, as we've seen him at Al Nassr, and he's done amazing. He can score all sorts of goals, including even in the World Cup, he did so well, and we expect him to score many goals this coming tournament. And of course, Eduardo Mendy kept many clean sheets last time out, but this time we are giving it to Yassine Bounou. We expect Yassine Bounou from Morocco to have more clean sheets than anyone else, and this is because they had a great World Cup, and we expect that form to continue even in AFCON this year. And yeah, we are tipping them to have more clean sheets in this tournament. Well, that is just about it. How about the top 3 keepers? Of course, after Yassine Bounou, we expect Eduardo Mendy to still do better. Last time out, I think Mendy was very much on form, and he did well because he was also playing well at Chelsea. But things have gone downhill, and that's why we think Yassine Bounou, if we were to rank keepers, we will keep more clean sheets. Then we are going Yassine Bounou, and then Andre Onana, and then Eduardo Mendy from Senegal. Well, how about top scorers? We mentioned that Vincent Abubakar is going to be the top scorer, but we are tipping Mo Salah to be up second there. And then the third, we are tipping Nigeria's very own Napoli striker Victor Osimhen to be number 3 in the rankings. How about possible semi-finalists? Well, this tournament is going to be a unique one, we think, as Getting Sports Africa, and we think the first semi-finalists, or the 4 semi-finalists, will be Egypt, and then we also have Morocco, and then we'll have Senegal, and then we'll also have Cameroon. We left out the hosts because we think they have a good chance, of course, but they still have a lot to work on, the team, especially leaving out a player like Wilfred Zaha is huge. Wilfred Zaha has been one of the players who have been made difference even in the EPL team. So that's one of the reasons we think they still have a young squad, and we excluded them from the semi-finalists. And we also have Ghana. Ghana have a young, not a young squad, but they have kept a squad that has been playing over time. They did well in the 2010 World Cup, and then last year's World Cup, or in 2022, they also tried, but they were knocked out in the group stages. So we necessarily think that they will need an overhaul of the squad for them to be able to do better in the next coming tournament. So in this tournament, we can see them qualifying for the semi-finals. Another team that we left out is South Africa. South Africa are far from home at the moment. They haven't been doing so well, and that's one of the reasons why we are predicting that they might not be able to finish or to be even in the semi-finals of this tournament. Another team that we could have left out is probably Nigeria. Nigeria have done well in the previous tournaments, but in this one as well, we can't see the team chemistry. Especially, we think that they're going to depend so much on Osimhen to score many goals, but for a striker of his stature, you also need people who are able to feed you with more chances so that you're able to score. But on this one, we think they are not ready to be amongst the semi-finalists. Well, how about the team that I'm wearing the jersey for, Tanzania? It is their third tournament to be part of, and it's going to be good to see them play. They have Mbwana Samata, and yeah, of course, they will not be able to finish in the semi-finals, or they will not be able to make it to the semi-finals, but we think they can do better, Team Tanzania. Team Zambia, they have fallen off in the previous tournaments, even on form. They are not the best team according to form right now, and as much as they play better, we still think they might not be able to finish in the semi-finals. Any other team that we think? Algeria and Tunisia are two teams that we think have also been doing well in the African football, but now we don't think they can be able to be amongst the semi-finals. So amongst many others, we want to see you at home also help us predict these games in the comment section. Let us know who you think will win the AFCON. For us, we have predicted Morocco to win this coming tournament, and let's see